going into the last hole of regulation play.
Tension is getting incredible here.
What a great hole to finish on, 360 feet. This takes us all the way back to the big tree that Sedgley is known for. You got a narrow fairway in the beginning, but it opens up. There is some danger, though, and there is some danger right there.
Right there.
Our basket's sort of underwater a little bit, but it's still playable. Not as bad as some of the holes in the back of the course that were just literally unplayable, Todd. We had to readjust the course Sunday morning to make a playable course here. And look at Steve
what a
skipping
great
right
shot.
up.
That puts him in a position for a birdie run there. That could do it for him.
Yeah, that's such a clutch throw.
Now, this is some of our best players, and this is not a very long hole, so you got to see the rain coming into effect and just shortening the length of the throw.
I think the rain comes into effect because it's knocking the disc down, but honestly, a big part of it is the footing. So you can't get a big run up, and you can't plant and really haul off because you're going to just be out of control. You can see they've shortened up their approach to their drive here. 1, 2, 3 steps, and that's it. Mostly arm on these throws, and look at the distance is really being affected.
This is a basket that's within range of, not even pros.
Now Nick knows he's the furthest away in this three-way tie. He's got to go for this putt here because he knows Steve only's got a 20-footer ahead of him. He's got to be aggressive. Oh, and he's too aggressive.
Throws it a little hyzer and just goes right over the top of the basket.
Now Board can make this putt. He's a savvy pro here. Oh, and he's over the basket too.
Just a little over adjustment to that.
Now Jeff is not in the tie here, so he's just finishing out the string, but let's see what he's got in his bag.
Nice play.
That is the sound we love to hear right there, Todd.
All right, here's Steve for his birdie. Oh,
wow.
So close.
I'm wondering if the grip affected him there or if it was just nerves because
yeah, you saw him a little motion there, and then he stopped. He looked maybe he's uncomfortable with the shot
and
at
did
first.
not even get metal. And that's a little uncharacteristic for Steve Brinster, one of the top 20 players in the world, actually. Board cleans that up. Let's see if Nick. Those are not easy putts, even though they look fairly close. When you're playing at championship level like this, those are not easy putts. Steve essentially with the drop it, and guess what, Todd? We have a three-way tie at the end of regulation. We're going to go into a sudden death playoff between Nick Schneider, Steve Brinster, and Board Salang from Connecticut.
This is getting intense.
It's really intense. The first playoff hole, we're going to combine holes 1 and 2. 617 feet of pure disc golf fun.
Now you have a little bit of room off the beginning of the tee there, but then you run into some pretty heavy brush on the left-hand side.
What a beautiful throw.
And he bends it around all of that. Nice, long, straight shot with a little bit of fade at the end there and great position.
Just the way he keeps it nice and low, too. I'll tell you.
Bard's got to keep up with him.
Oh, he slipped.
Ooh, a little slip, a little short.
He did make it on the right side of the Mando, though, and that's going to help his cause a little bit. Now, Steve knows that Nick is way down the fairway, and let's see how he responds to that. He slipped too, and I think that putt is still on his mind from the last hole, Todd.
Yep, definitely still affecting his game. And here's Board, his second shot here.
Oh, he makes a nice throw, but it looks like that disc's a little understable.
Oh, and it catches a tree. He's in the tough stuff there.
Now, Nick, he had the best position out of everybody. Oh, but look at that. That's a little bit of a mistake by Nick. That's not an easy place to play from with that down tree. And that does slope off a little bit, so that is going to be a tough putt for him. Steve knows, though. He's got a tough shot ahead of him.
And what a great shot. And rolls it right up to the basket. Excellent.
You can't appreciate from that angle just what he had to throw through, because there was some narrow fairways that he had to get through there.
Now here, Nick, he probably can't even see the basket from where he is, so he's kind of throwing blind, it looks like.
Well, it's his home course, though, so he should have a feel for it.
And you can hear the frustration from him. He knows he needed to make that shot. That would have had the whole tournament for him.
That was the championship at his fingertips, literally at his fingertips, and he did not hit it.
Well, I wonder if that's the water coming into play again, making the chains a little extra slippery.
I think that's true. I think, though, he hit the left side of the chains, too, and that's really a risky throw. Well, Board's going to drop out here because the other two players made their fours. Board takes a 6.
We're on to the next hole with just 2 left.
This is a great tournament hole. This combines hole 4 and 5 at Sedgley. 496 feet. Goes across the valley, but this is really tough to find an opening here. This is the woods part of Sedgley Woods that they're thrown into.
Oh, and he catches a little bit of tree and turns a little Anheuser, though. I don't think that's going to hurt him too badly. He managed to get all the way across the valley.
Steve knows he has an opportunity here. Oh, look at that throw. And you know, you did not hear a sound until the very end there, and that means that he is way up there towards the basket.
Nick's got a tough position to play out of here, leaning
really
against
tough.
a tree and brush.
Not only is it a tough
Throws
position,
a forehand roller, and that carries him a long way, all the way up to, oh, wow, he's within close range of the basket there.
that's a real creative shot from Nick. He needed that, though, because he knows that Steve is really up there. He needs to make this shot. You can see the basket up there behind the tree. Surprised Nick did not take his time a little bit more on that hole, and he is a little frustrated. For the championship.
Throws it a little Anheuser, and as it starts to fade, it just clips that tree in front of the basket.
Well, you know, Steve knows he's got a one-shot advantage. Nick cleans up. He'll take a 4 there, but Steve knows he has this one shot now. He got himself close. And I don't think he's going to have a problem with this one. There it is.
Not at all.
There's your champion, 2007 Philly Open champion, Steve Brinster, for the 2nd year.
And that about wraps it up for the 2007 Philly Open. It looks like our defending champion is going to hold on to that crown. And we'll be right back to wrap it all up. And we're back at the 2007 Philly Open. That was some pretty tight competition there at the end, John. What do you think made the difference?
I'll tell you, Todd, what an amazing finish it was. Steve Brinster now, our 2-time defending champ, and I really think his experience on the national tour has paid off here. He plays against the best players in the world so many weeks during the year. It gave him that mental toughness at the end to carry through, so he's our defending champ once again.
And that's about all the time we have here on Disc Golf Monthly. Myself, Todd Cottrell, and my co-host, John Dusler. Why don't you join us next month when we're going to be in Gaithersburg, Maryland for the Seneca Creek Soiree. Should be a blast.